What excuse for being late was so creative you almost believed it? Private Jake Miller showed up to morning formation 3 hours late, soaking wet, covered in mud, and carrying what looked like a stop sign under his arm. I'm working gate duty at Fort Campbell when this kid stumbles up at 0800, looking like he'd been through a blender. Formation started at 0500. He was supposed to be there. Most soldiers give me the usual excuses. Car trouble, alarm didn't work, family emergency. Jake took a different approach entirely. Sergeant, I can explain everything, but you're going to think I'm lying. I'm already thinking that, Miller. Make it quick. He takes a deep breath and launches into the most elaborate story I've ever heard. Says he woke up at 0400 like always, but found a note pinned to his barracks door. Someone had written that his girlfriend Emma was in trouble. Her crazy ex-boyfriend Tyler had showed up drunk, threatening to hurt her if Jake didn't come meet him in the woods outside Clarksville. I'm rolling my eyes at this point. Hero complex excuse, classic move. But Jake keeps going. The note had GPS coordinates and said if Jake called police or brought backup, Tyler would hurt Emma before anyone could stop him. Had to come alone, no weapons, before sunrise. So you drove into the middle of nowhere based on a random note? That's your excuse for missing formation? Jake pulls out his phone, shows me photos. There's Emma tied to a chair in some cabin. There's Tyler holding a shotgun. There's Jake himself looking terrified. This lunatic had set up some kind of twisted competition in the forest. Said the only way Emma goes free is if Jake beats him in physical challenges, like some demented game show. Tyler had built an obstacle course using fallen trees and creek beds, rope climbing, mud crawls, even made Jake craft weapons from sticks and rocks. Winner takes the girl, loser gets left in the woods. The stop sign? Tyler made him rip it out of the ground to use as a shield during the final challenge. Some kind of gladiator fight with foam swords. I'm staring at this kid covered in evidence of whatever happened, holding actual documentation on his phone. Either he's the most creative liar in Army history or something genuinely insane occurred. You're telling me you spent 3 hours fighting your girlfriend's ex-boyfriend in medieval combat in the Tennessee woods at 0500 this morning? Jake nods. Tyler's been planning this for months. Built the whole course, made rules, even had a referee whistle. Dude was completely unhinged. Show me the GPS location, I tell him. If this story checks out, we're calling police. If you're lying, you're looking at Article 15 for missing formation and making false statements. Jake gives me coordinates that lead to an actual address outside town. I call local police, explain the situation. They know exactly where he's talking about. Turns out Tyler had been arrested 2 hours earlier. Neighbors reported screaming and fighting sounds coming from that property. Police found the obstacle course, Emma tied up but unharmed, and evidence of the whole bizarre competition. Tyler had multiple restraining order violations and a history of stalking. He'd constructed this elaborate revenge fantasy and Jake had walked right into it. But here's the crazy part. Jake actually won, beat this psychopath at his own game, and rescued Emma. That's why he looked like he'd been through a war zone. The stop sign was evidence. Police needed it for their investigation. Jake had to file statements, help with paperwork, make sure Emma got medical attention. By the time everything was sorted out, morning formation was long over. His chain of command got the full police report by noon. Not only did Jake avoid punishment, he got a letter of commendation for civilian assistance. Helped catch a stalker who'd been terrorizing multiple women in the area. Tyler pleaded guilty to kidnapping and got 5 years. Jake and Emma are engaged now. They kept the stop sign as a weird souvenir from the worst date night ever. Last month, Jake made specialist ahead of his peers. His promotion ceremony included a presentation about thinking under pressure and protecting civilians. The stop sign hangs in their apartment with a plaque that reads, "Best excuse for being late, 2023. Sometimes the most unbelievable stories turn out to be completely true, and sometimes the best soldiers are the ones who'll fight a lunatic with foam swords to protect someone they love.